Damn girl, show me your upper. No, I'm just kidding.
Got him.
So today we're gonna finish building out her rifle from the first video. We're gonna do the upper receiver, and we're gonna do a thermal fit barrel, which is pretty difficult to do. And we also chose a BCM handguard, which is also pretty difficult to do. So this is kind of gonna be a tough challenge for us, but I think we should be able to do it. And you need a little bit of physical strength, so if she has to tap me in, you know what I mean? Yeah.
It might happen, guys.
I'm just saying, if she has to tag me in, maybe she might not be. I've seen grown men on YouTube not be able to slip this over the barrel nut. So if I have to step in and do that for her, I guess I will, for equality or whatever. So let's get this started. The first thing we're gonna do, or actually it's up to you. Do you want to do the hard stuff first or the easy stuff?
Well, is there a difference in difficulty once you start progressing? I mean, as in, like, if you start with the harder stuff, is it going to be more difficult to put the other stuff on later?
No, we have a bunch of individual stuff to do. Some of it's really hard, some of it's easy. Do you want to do the easy shit or the hard shit?
Let's go with the hard shit.
Okay, so we'll start with the barrel then. So we have a clamshell, but I'm just going to put this up on the lower and we can put the barrel in that way, because this is definitely going to be a thermal fit. But BCM specifically recommends either a hair dryer on low or a heat gun on low. So we'll go ahead and grab the barrel and we'll install that first. But let's get the upper onto the lower first of all. All right. Some guys will take a barrel and they just put it in and it just slides right in.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, like a hot dog thrown down a hallway. No, I'm just
like
messing up. No, whatever. All right, so what we've done is we've done two things here. We've actually frozen our barrel and we're gonna use the heat gun on the upper receiver.
Handle it.
All right, so BCM specifically says to do this in short bursts and just keep checking after a little while. But we happen to have one of these thermometers, so we're gonna cheat a little bit and we're gonna bring it up to temp safely by using one of these thermometers. If you don't have one of these, it's not necessary, just do it in 30-second bursts. So go ahead and just try to focus all the heat.
Should I do it on the low setting, or the warm setting, I mean?
They said specifically low.
Okay.
Okay, before we are going to put the barrel in there, we're going to want to go ahead and grease the extension. And you can use just about any sort of moly grease as long as it's EP or extreme pressure. But most of the gun community will swear by 33 MS. So you don't need a lot. The whole point of this stuff, you have to do it. This is your rifle. But the whole point of this stuff is the whole point of this is to prevent two dissimilar metals from joining together, because the barrel's steel and the upper is aluminum. So whenever you join two metals together that aren't the same, you usually try to prevent them from coming in contact with each other. So you just put a very thin film of grease. Damn, look at those feed ramps. Let me see those feed ramps. They look crazy. Those are some good looking feed ramps. All right, so yeah, you don't have to go crazy. You just have to put a thin film on there, And all that will do is prevent the contact of the steel and the aluminum from touching together. Alright, so the hairdryer wasn't doing anything. So
got the big guns.
Yeah, we're upgrading to an actual heat gun. BCM's little pamphlet says that you can use one of these too. So we're going to try to heat it up. And the safe temperature here is somewhere in the 300-degree range, but hopefully we don't even have to take it that high. BCM just says to keep checking it every 30 seconds to see if your barrel fits. So we'll go ahead and start heating it up.
Alright. Should I do from the angle?
Just try to do it as evenly as possible. Right there where the barrel is heating. Oh yeah, it's already getting better. It's already at 150. Try to get the bottom too. Yeah, back out so it's more even. Just the bottom. And just give it a try. Oh, the bottom is still so cold. Hang on.
Maybe we should have put that on.
Kept it on or off? I don't think it's that. It's just hard to heat it up evenly.
Yeah, but it's going cold air on it.
Try to get the inside too. We need the inside. Alright, Justin, bring the barrel and let's just give it a try.
What's it at? What's the temp at?
The temp on the outside is around the 200 range. It's pretty uneven, but give or take, it's in the 200 range. Alright. Let's see if it even has an attempt to go in there. Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh,
here,
ow.
I gotta film it. You gotta do this. Equality. Equality.
Oh, no.
I would just take that off.
Yeah, take that off if you need to. Use your gloves for strength. You gotta line up the index pin when it gets close. Oh no.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Okay, put it back in the freezer.
Oh, God.
Take it out, King Arthur. King Arthur! Okay, hurry, we gotta get it back in the freezer. Let me do it.
Yeah, help me.
Okay. Let me see. You ready?
Sorry, guys.
Okay, let's try it. Equality, put that down, grab the barrel, and try to get it. Just line up the index pin as it goes in. Oh, fuck, it almost went! Go. If you have to give it very light taps with a hammer, you can. Send it. It's okay. It's close enough.
Where's the...
Okay, once you get your index pin lined up and you have it in there pretty seated, not all the way in, as long as your threads can grab, your barrel nut threads can grab, you can actually pull your barrel in the rest of the way, provided your index pin is lined up. But you need to put on some grease on just your threads. BCM specifically says do not put any of that grease on the outside of this barrel nut. They said you can, however, use oil. They made the distinction. You don't have to go crazy with that. Is it going, Justin?
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so the reason we're using this grease here is so, for whatever reason, if we ever need to remove this barrel, we'll be able to separate the barrel nut from the upper receiver here. And you don't have to go wild with this, but even if you use too much, it'll just compress out and you can just wipe it off anyway. So like, don't be afraid to use it, but you don't need to necessarily go ridiculously crazy.
Okay, I'm just gonna get it off this little corner part.
You can wipe it after. Just don't get it on the barrel nut, BCM says, not me. Alright, now that we got it in the clamshell, we're going to season the barrel threads and we're going to put the barrel nut on. And remember, when you're using a torque wrench, to always work it in a 90-degree angle. So you can just slide that over the thin part, line it up with the grooves, and then tighten it until it clicks. Equality, go! Go! Okay, now leave it. Now, you never loosen ever with the torque wrench, so leave it in the grooves and just take the torque wrench off. Alright, so you never loosen with the torque wrench, you only tighten with the torque wrench, so you need a breaker bar in order to loosen your barrel nut. So it's a little bit tedious, but what you're going to do is you're going to use a breaker bar in the same way you just torqued it and reversed it. So back it off.
Wait, why?
It's called seasoning the threads. And
so you just do it a couple of times?
Yeah, and what it does is it pulls the threads together and forms them to like meld with one another.
Okay.
Essentially. Oh, fuck. Is it good?
Yeah, it's my fault. You're right, but...
Okay, so now you just switch the tool out and put the torque wrench back on, and you just repeat that process. Like, we'll only do it 3 times. Alright, 50 foot-pounds, let's go.
Equality!
Alright. Oh, dancing. Alright, so now we're going to install your gas block. And it's a common misconception that all you have to do is put this on there and slam it home. And the way you know this is, if you look through here, because I have a set screw, if you look down in there, let me get it to focus, you can see that the gas port is directly lined up with this set screw. They're lined up. If you look down there, you can see it, right?
Yep.
Look down in there, can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
If you take that measurement, I just said okay, so, but if you take the measurement here from that wall into the center of that hole, and then you take that measurement right there, you'll find out that it's not the same. You can't have this just shoved all the way in here.
Okay.
Because it's not accurate. And what you're trying to do here, instead of lining this up like this, the whole point of what you're doing is you're trying to line that hole up with that hole.
Okay.
So to cut to the chase, they've provided what's called a dimple barrel. We're going to go ahead and flip it and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Some manufacturers will provide them and some will. But I just wanted to show you guys it's not, you don't just put this in and clock it and call it a day. You have to line this hole up with this. And the way you can do that, if you don't know, is to take a caliper and measure in from the wall to the center of that hole. And then measure from here and see the distance, and that'll kind of tell you how to set it. But we're going to flip this around because BCM was kind enough to dimple our barrel. Let me show you guys. Alright, so if your barrel didn't come pre-dimpled, what you would do is you'd use the caliper to measure it like we did before. And once you put your gas block on there, you can tighten down your set screws and it makes a perfect circle of where you need to dimple. I'm not sure. Okay, it picked it up. So, see that?
Oh god.
So once you lined it up, you would be able to just dimple your barrel right there. All right, now we're going to want to install your gas system onto your barrel so we can install your handguard. If you look right here, you'll see a hole where your roll pin goes.
Right here?
Yep. And turn your gas tube like that. You'll see a hole on the side. Let me see. Where the roll pin goes. And then you'll see a hole at the bottom where the gas goes.
Yeah.
Alright, you're going to want to line up the gas tube port towards the bottom and the roll pin holes lined up. And you're going to want to pin it. And then this is one of the harder of the roll pins to do. So soak it in oil first. Maybe we should just start it through the gas block and then worry about the pin afterwards. What you can do is take a big punch. You can set it on there, hold it on there.
like
Here,
that.
put it up against here so it can't go backwards.
Yeah.
Put that punch on there.
Thank you. I like
And
that.
then try to just tap it from there. But that way it can't move at all. Oh shit, as it's moving.
As it's moving everywhere.
Let me try to hold it. I'll hold it in place. I mean, we could use a vise, but it's hard to film it like that. Oh, that's going deep. So all you need to do this is just 3 people, you know?
Sweet.
Alright. Now you can check this with the compressor if you want. Hopefully you installed it right. But another way to look is you always need to remember that the gas tube goes up and over the barrel. So if you have your curvature like that, you know that it's going the right way.
Do you want to check it with the compressor?
Yeah, we can afterwards once we get her put on there real quick. But we have to remember that everything is upside down, so go ahead and remove that rear set screw again.
Yeah, the thing is charged. So
Okay, perfect. Well, yeah, we'll check it here in just a second then. So yeah, go ahead and move that rear set screw, don't drop it.
Gotcha.
And we'll line it up. We were talking about this earlier, but BCM dimpled the barrel. Alright, once you start tightening that down, twist it back and forth. The cool thing about dimpling is you can actually feel it in effect because it'll stop rotating.
Right?
Well, back it
Before I
out.
Squeeze it out.
Back it out and start rotating it, and if it unlocks, you'll know what I'm talking about. That's kind of the whole point of dimpling. Dimpling prevents your gas block from ever rotating. If you don't do that, it can actually rotate. So, right there, start tightening it up. And once you feel it lock into the groove,
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of. Do you feel
Yeah.
it? Yeah. So, go ahead.
Is that the top?
Yep.
Okay.
And the adapters look really goofy, but you can use adapters and torque still works, even though it looks really goofy. I didn't have anything in a torque to get down that small. Okay, as I was saying earlier, if you don't have a pre-dimpled barrel, I can't get the camera to pick it up. Let me see if it'll work with the flashlight. There we go. So if you don't have a pre-dimpled barrel, you can just index the center of your gas block and also the center of your barrel. And when you slide it on, those two marks will line up. You can't exactly see it here. Let me try from the other side. No, you can't see the one on the barrel because it's too shiny.
When I close my eyes before going into Universum, I think about a moment we were hoping wouldn't end, because I never knew it was my imagination. I never wanted to say what I said, I just wanted an explanation. Never wanted.
All we have to do is the dust cover and the optic. I'm going to kind of walk you through the dust cover here. Where's the little C crimp? So the little C crimp, you're going to have to pop that out, by the way.
Yeah, I got you.
The little C crimp installs right here, and that prevents it from sliding out. And the handguard prevents it from going this way, and the C crimp prevents it from going this way. So go ahead and pop that C crimp out. And the only difficulty you have to do with this is the dust cover is just the spring. It's kind of hard, but it's not like insanely difficult or anything. To hold it pretty much good. Oh, wait. So back it out until you can just see it.
Okay.
Right there. Mm-hmm. Now the only hard part about this is the spring. And the way you're going to do this is you hold the spring to where the skinny side is up like that.
Okay.
And then here, hold this real quick, Justin. So you're going to want to put the skinny side up against the rifle. And then the long side, you have to spin around one revolution. Oh. Hold it against the dust cover. Put it in like that. Oh, I messed up. But here, do you see what I'm saying? Hold on. So you put that against like that.
And then spin.
Grab this one. Spin it around one time.
So it'll stay there.
Yeah, and so it'll keep the dust cover open. Let me do it like that. And then you just push your rod through. Okay. The last thing we need to do to make sure this rifle is safe to fire is check the headspace. And the way to do that is just using what's called headspace gauges. And here, I'll start taking it apart real quick if you want to just record me. But a lot of people are now arguing that you don't even need to check headspace on rifles as long as you've built your rifle using quality parts. However, if I'm going to put it in the hands of my wife or my brother, I'll agree with them. I don't care, obviously. No, I'm kidding. But if I'm going to be the first person to shoot it, then I want to do what's called checking the headspace. So you can tell we've shot the hell out of it already. There's like 500 rounds on this rifle and it's only 2 weeks old. I'm pretty happy about that. But anyway, checking headspace is just checking the space between the bolt and the bolt face. And so the way you do it is you just pull out your extractor like this. And then you put it back together. That's funny. Alright, so like I said, some people say you don't even need to do this anymore, but I only go shooting with people I care about. So if we built the rifle, I take the time to just check the headspace. And it's so easy, and it's only using like $70 worth of parts, so to me it's worth it to just go ahead and do it. We have what's called a go or no-go gauge. One says go, one says no-go. It's really easy. All you do is put the gauge, this one's the go gauge, down into the chamber. And now the bolt should close fully and rotate with minimal pressure. This should be really easy for me to just send this home because it's the go gauge. Okay, now on the no-go gauge, I'm sure you've guessed it, it shouldn't go in. And this seems tedious, but it's just, I don't know, if this gives you a peace of mind to fire it, then it's worth it to me. Alright, on this one now, the bolt carrier group should stop about a ½ inch away from the upper receiver. There we go. This rifle is safe to fire. I'd be comfortable putting it in your hands and telling you to pull the trigger. As you can see, we've already done that. We recorded this one time before, but we lost the footage somehow. We just wanted to show you guys that if you're going to build a rifle, take the time to do it properly and safely. That's all. See you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay. How did her attention look? It didn't look too bad, but
that's actually good.
That's not terrible. Yeah. That's
good.
Okay.
Wearing a scouting scout. I forgot. Miles has one.
Hoping wouldn't end, because I never knew it was my imagination. I never wanted to say what I said, I just wanted an explanation.
Get it tight. Get it tight.
Wait, no, this
Get it.
No, it doesn't come on this. It's on the phone.
Oh, he's too smart. He figured it out, huh?
Get it. Get it.
When I close my eyes before going, there's you.